Yes, welcome back to Scott Sport as we turn our attentions to Motherwell against Aberdeen. The home side seemingly revitalised in midweek, and the visitors looking to halt the slide to a post-war record run of 11 matches without a victory. Aberdeen brought in Newell and Kiriakov yesterday, but it was Motherwell who made the early running. Balakari's shot flying over the bar. New loan signing John Spencer was a constant threat. Mark Perry punished here. But Owen Coyle's shot eventually blocked by the same player. Aberdeen were willing to have a go, but Mikko Kevin hardly troubled on this occasion. The shot flying well wide of target. Mike Newell started and finished the move, which gave the Dons the lead. Jess, the other player involved, and the former Blackburn striker finishing in some style with his left foot. Motherwell's defence caught at 6s and 7s, and Aberdeen a goal up. Free kick to Motherwell here, and Jim Leighton will settle for that one every time. John Spencer was leading the fight back. Great pass here for McMillan. And the fullback well blocked by Jim Leighton. Well, within 2 minutes of the restart, the Dons were 2 up. Newell playing the ball back to Kiriakov. His cross. And Robbie Winters rising to score his first goal for Aberdeen since moving from Tannadice. That really should have been enough to see Aberdeen through to taking the 3 points, but it wasn't to be. The Motherwell sent on Adams and Nevin soon afterwards, and it was the club's chief executive who inspired the comeback. Motherwell retaining possession well, and when the ball made its way into the box, there was John Spencer to score his second goal in 2 games. A real fighting spirit in this Motherwell team now. McGowan with the header down to create the chance, and Spenny not needing more than a glimpse of goal to pull the home side back into the match. Well, Aberdeen had a chance to go 3-1 up, but this time McGowan doing some sterling defensive work to keep out Mike Newell. Jesse's cross and a good blocking header to allow the keeper to save. A few minutes later, the big defender was back in the Dons' penalty box. He gets on the end of this free kick to pull Motherwell back to 2-2. He's certainly happy with that one. The home support ecstatic. And looking at the replay, McGowan out-jumping Mike Newell to head home what could prove a crucial goal for Motherwell. Well, Pat Nevin was probing for a possible well winner, and his through ball to McMillan eventually won a corner from a disbelieving Derek White. The replay shows the referee just about got it right. Now what about this for a late drama? Nevin twists and turns his way into the box, and he looks to be brought down for a penalty by Gillis. The ref waves play on. Leighton punches clear. McGowan's shot blocked on the line, and Lee McCullough next to try his luck, but no joy for Motherwell. Loud appeals for a corner on this occasion, but again Motherwell's raised hands overruled. Aberdeen also had a late chance to take all 3 points. Jess with the cross, but Hignett couldn't quite get to the ball first, and the no-win run rolls on to next week's home match against Dunfermline. Well, Trevor, Stephen knows John Spencer from his Rangers days, and he's really made an impact at Motherwell.
Yeah, I've got a lot of time for John. I think he's a quality player, and he showed with his enthusiasm and his goal-scoring ability that he's an asset to any team. And Motherwell, I think, are lucky to have him. Billy Davis has done very well to secure his signing, albeit on a temporary basis.
The key thing now, Jim, for the fans is, can they sign him on a full-time basis?
I think they should be able to. If John Spencer continues to score goals and gives them the sort of impetus that he's given them just now, maintains that. John's problem is that he does well when he goes to a club, and maintaining it seems to be his problem, but I think he's the sort of player, if he gets a run in the team, he flourishes. So I think that he's made it clear he wants to stay, and I think that Motherwell will be very foolish to let him go if the offer's there at the end of the season.
Whatever wage structure's there goes out of the window though, doesn't it?
Well, you have to do that, and that's the problem with Celtic. They won't break their wage structure, and they're struggling now. They're 7 points behind the Championship already. So I think that Motherwell, you've got Pat Nevin there, they've got John Boyle, and they've got Billy Davies. I think that's a good team, and I think they'll see the wisdom of breaking that structure if they have to.
What about Aberdeen, Trevor? They were 2 goals up, and it all seemed to slip away from them again.
Yeah, they've lost their way entirely, and Alec Miller will be pulling his hair out as to what he needs to do next to get his team to get that victory, because 2 goals up at Motherwell, you would think that that's a pretty secure situation, particularly with the players that Aberdeen have got, but against the confidence element in defence, and they're giving goals away too lightly.
At the same stage this last season, Jim, Roy Aitken was under immense pressure, eventually went. There doesn't seem to be the same pressure on Alec Miller, certainly from his board of directors.
No, there's no pressure on Alec Miller. I think the pressure, if there is pressure on him, he's doing it himself. It's self-inflicted. I think he has the security of knowing genuinely that the board still trust him, have faith in him. But you know, runs like that can't go on forever. Alec's not stupid. He knows that if he doesn't break out of this slump soon, then his head will be on the block, and he would have to go if it continues, because it's already an appalling run.
Quick look at this penalty claim, Trevor. It's surely a stone waller as Nevin goes down.
Yeah, Pat Nevin still shows he's got a little bit of trickery about him, and it was a stonewall penalty for me. It was unfortunate that justice wasn't done with the incidents that followed. 2 or 3 good opportunities, and McCulloch there just missing it in the end.
Yep, it's finished 2-2 at Fir Park. Well,